Chapter 24, we'll be taking verse 1 to 17. It came to pass when Saul was returning from following the Philistines, that it was told him, saying, Behold, David is in the wilderness of En-Gedi. And then Saul took 3,000 chosen men out of all Israel and went to seek David and his men upon the rocks of the white goats. And he came to the sheepcotes by the way, where was a cave. And Saul went into to cover his feet, and David and his men remained in the sides of the cave. And the men of David say unto him, Behold, the day of which the Lord said unto thee, Behold, I will deliver thy enemy into thy hand, that thou mayest do to him as it shall seem good unto thee. Then David arose and cut off the skirt of Saul's robe privily. And it came to pass afterward that David's heart smote him because he had cut off Saul's skirt. 6. And he said unto his men, The Lord forbid that I should do this thing unto my master, the Lord's anointed, to stretch forth my hands against him, seeing he is the anointed of the Lord. So David stayed his servants with those words, and suffered them not to rise against Saul. But Saul rose up out of the cave and went on his way. David also arose afterward and went out of the cave and cried after Saul, saying, My Lord the king. And when Saul looked behind him, David stooped with his face to the earth and bowed himself. And David said to Saul, Wherefore hearest thou men's words, saying, Behold, David seeketh thy heart. Behold, this day thy eyes have seen how that the Lord hath delivered thee today into my hand in the cave, and some bid me kill thee, but my eyes spared thee. And I said, I will not put forth my hand against my Lord, for he is the anointed of the Lord. Moreover, my father, see, yes, see the skirt of thy robe in my hand. For in that I cut off the skirt of thy robe and killed thee not. Know thou and see that there is neither evil nor transgression in my hand, and I have not sinned against thee, yet thou huntest my soul to take it. The Lord judge between me and thee, and the Lord avenge me of thee, but my hand shall not be upon thee. As said the proverb of ancients, wickedness proceeded from the wicked, but my hand shall not be upon thee. After whom is the king of Israel come out? After whom dost thou pursue? After a dead dog? After a flea? The Lord therefore be judge, and judge between me and thee, and see, and plead my cause, and deliver me out of thy hands. And it came to pass, when David had made an end of speaking these words unto Saul, that Saul said, Is this thy voice, my son David? And Saul lifted up his voice and wept. 17. And he said to David, Thou art more righteous than I, for thou hast rewarded me good, whereas I have rewarded thee evil. Romans 12:19. Romans 12:19. Dearly beloved, avenge not yourselves, but rather give place unto wrath. For it is written, Vengeance is mine, I will repay, saith the Lord. Speaking this morning on the message, give place for vengeance. Give place for vengeance. Chara obo nozo. Chara ibobo nozo. Give place to vengeance. Praise the Lord. You are the light of the world. That means you are the example of righteousness. You are the example of goodness. You are the example of direction, love, and godliness. According to Matthew chapter 5 and verse 14. Put the scriptures for me. Matthew